situation. Wool 338, let's say 350 for 5 days. That's 1500, 16, 17, 1800. Say 2000 for 8000 capacity. So I grab one of my autos. Oh, Shadow's still around. You've been around for a long time. I said 8000, right? That's 4 Carvels. That was not 4 Carvels. There we go. Dump the Crayer with these guys. And it's so nice to repurpose my autos at last. And you, Shadow, are going to be Visby to Rostock. Wool. Not whatever that nonsense is. Visby to Rostock. Grab the wool. Grab all that wool. And dump it. Now I have a growing concern, because I've let a lot of time pass, that my river cities are not going to be properly dealt with. Now, Novgorod, I'm fairly certain I give them everything they could ever need. That's what the wildcard Kev... Well, he's not wildcard anymore. Novgorod, how are you with cheese? You're fine. Where is my supply Novgorod guy? Supply Novgorod Kev Dev. He's huge, and he takes care of everything just fine. But then there's Nimwegen, Cologne, and Thorn. Thorn is probably my biggest concern here. They are not well supplied, really. They certainly don't have the building materials that they need to advance. Well, then again, they don't need much more than a trickle of goods. Still, it's going to take forever to build this stuff. Also, why is their wine not flowing? It is, but it's flowing so slowly. I wonder if I have more Snickers to assign to that, because it's kind of a cute job for Snickers to do. When it comes to Thorn, they only have 100 wineries. So they only do 50 per day. Yeah, so why is this guy not getting it done? Ah, that's right, because he gets all the other wine stuck in as well. Who sends him wine? Probably Warsaw? Posen, Breslau, and Warsaw. I'm not sure, but they probably all give their wine to you and Thorn. Breslau to Thorn, Posen to Thorn, Warsaw to Thorn. So really, Thorn has not 100 wine to cope with, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, let's say 13, okay, so let's say 1500 wine. Yikes. 1500 wine production facilities, let's say in 3 days. But you only produce half a bit of wine each time, so 750 times 3 is a number, alright. So let's say you need a capacity of 2,400. Do I even have enough Snickers for that? I don't. That's cute. Well, that's what the Crayers are for. One, 2, 2004. Oh, wait, no, I'll just grab one. And then not find him. Okay, I have a lot of fleets here. It'll be hard to find him, but there he is. I'll just call you that. And I need to grab those. I got a lot of these wildcard Crayers. I'm not sure I really need so many. But I guess you might be handy. Nah, I'm snipping from you anyway. So what did I say? 2,400 capacity? Bang. Squad-a-la, we're off. So let's just give it all of our crayers. Take away that Snickers because nobody cares about that. And then the single Snickers that we have, I don't even know. I could just dump it here. I just grab it at a later date because who cares about Snickers? And that way we keep this awesome captain. And we should have all the capacity we need to deal with it. It'll take a wee while to offset all that wine from Thorn, but that's okay. Rostock, well, they have wine, maybe not plenty of wine. The grain situation is not increasing very much, so I need to keep an eye on that. The grain amount will probably suffer. Cheese is looking good, the meat is going down, but that's to be expected since I finally distributed around the centre. So Jake, having fun? Yeah, this is the fun part of Patrician. Managing all your fleets and getting the things to move around. Also, I like how the demand for building materials is so high. Make good money off of it. Look, I've made back all the money I spent, almost, in like a few months, so that's good. Is there anything we have too much of here that isn't hemp? Fish and cloth and meat. Loads of cheese, but that's good because I imagine everyone has plenty of cheese. Plenty of cheese in the east. Plenty of cheese in the center. Plenty of cheese over in the... Oh, 400 is not plenty of cheese. 1500 is plenty of cheese though. Do I have like a cheese guy that's on his way towards you? I got a beer guy doing his round, but where is that cheese at? Cheese, Rostock, west to Pepsi Man. Okay, well he's just on his way right now, so Haarlem is in no great risk of getting the Hungries. There we go, they get plenty of their cheese. 10-day demand for cheese in a place like this is quite high. Maybe I should give people more than 600 of it, more than 1500 of it. Nah. Jake, I watched Bad Ideas and Jewish John. What's the next E4 campaign I should watch? Wow, Lucas. You got time to burn, don't you? Why don't you just rewatch Resident Evil 4? Right. I don't see much to do other than keep unpaused. Lubeck looks fine on the cheese, on the wood, right? Actually more there than we seem to be transporting. That's because you're not active. Get to work. Ah, I strongly suspect that Lubeck is still on our wood guy, which is why you're going to hurt. So I need to find the wood center distribution. Wood center 1 and 2 and tell them to knock Lubeck off the course. This is something I'm going to have to do for a lot of goods in a lot of ways because a lot of places ended up producing goods that they hadn't produced before. Still, Lubeck is knocked off. Is there anywhere else in my center places that produce wood for me? Scarborough, Haarlem, Lubeck, Gothenburg do 100, so Gothenburg could probably be knocked off here. But then again, if I don't have a dedicated guy taking the wood off of them from Gothenburg, which I don't think I do, there's really no harm in keeping that active. Yeah, that's okay then. Not a problem. It's something we'll deal with as we find it. Rewatch Resident Evil 6 for the 3rd time. Wow. I didn't stream that. Did Lucky record that? I was hoping there'd be no evidence of that ever having happened. Cheap merchandise. This guy just stole a lot of our stuff, but it's hemp, so I don't want it. Yeah, I'll help this unlucky guy. Beautiful. Now I could start thinking about how to drive my competitors out of business, but it would kind of have to be done on a city by city basis. And I'd have to think where I have competitors that I want to destroy. Now, I don't have any competition here in Aalborg, which is lovely. I could do it by good, especially a good that's being produced plentifully. So cheese is a good example. I mean, we have tons of the stuff, and I should probably find a way to get rid of it. So in Novgorod, Helsinki, Revel and Riga, and Kaunas, I need to think how to get rid of my competitors of that. Kaunas, I do have enemies. Are they making cheese, though? I mean, they're making mead. Who even needs mead around here? Wish there was an easy way to flag competitor businesses. But I need to see if he has any dairy farms. I mean, there's very few farms that the enemy does have. He's got 18 businesses. 17 are mead. So we must have one business that is not mead. He has one dairy. What a joke. I mean, I could flood this place with cheese, and then he wouldn't make money off of it. But that's really not worth it for one dairy. You could just buy it and destroy it, even if it is 7 million.
You are willing to pay umpteen times what this business is worth? I'm sure I can't imagine how you ever made it this far.
You shut your chops there. Alright, well, Kaunas is out. How about Novgorod? Or do I own Novgorod? Yeah, I decided to own Novgorod, and it's reached absolute perfection. Absolute perfection. And it's our hometown as well, so I'm happy about that. Wait, aren't we meant to be the... Okay, we are going to be in the running for being the mayor here later on. Yeah, Novgorod really couldn't be much better. Aesthetically, I guess I could put 2 towers on each gate. Otherwise, though, And the rent we make, so damn good. So yeah, there's no competition to drive out there. What about Helsinki and Revel, though? Revel, I recall having quite a lot of competition. Oh, they got 7 here. Revel is meant to be 590. They have some businesses. Also, Revel is really hurting when it comes to actual production here. And they give me a lot of hemp that I don't need. Revel is meant to be tons of hemp though, so maybe it's for the better that it doesn't build up right now. Lubeck needs to give me yet more wood. That's exactly what the People Mover is here for. Because I'll be damned if I need all this hemp. On that note, Bremen is probably still on the hemp route, so I'd probably benefit from removing it, given, you know, the absurd amount of hemp we have here. Does Novgorod have a statue of you though, Jake? Good question. We'll rectify that if it doesn't, because I'm pretty sure it's wealthy. And that's all it needs. Novgorod. Wait, what? I need to be mayor to build a statue of myself? Jeez. Well, we'll be mayor in January, so that'll be fixed. Neustadt to Rostock metal. I told Neustadt to make metal? The fact that it cancels probably means it's on the metal route. Either that or something else is askew. Neustadt really is a jack of all trades around here. Yeah, I strongly suspect you're on the center metal route. I'll move these people and then take you off of it. It's good to get these goods flowing. Lubeck has no competing businesses, so ha to that. Still though, it produces too much honey for my liking, which is to say any honey at all, because the priority is wood. God, I need that wood. Even Nestedt is still demanding wood, most places are. Boston breaking out in disease, which is not good. Okay. This is quite agreeable. Was there anywhere else that was tanked with stuff here? Danzig, apparently. I don't think Danzig really has anything to move these people away, and Danzig's population is huge, and they have a lot of businesses that I don't really approve of. Nonetheless, what do they have too much of? Clothes and wine. Danzig to Rostock. Wood is not active. He should be. But don't I already have a Danzig wood guy? Oh. Danzig to Rostock metal. Danzig to Rostock wood. Danzig to Rostock wine. Why can't I? There we go. I mean, I can't change you out here at all. You're only one cog. Danzig, when it comes to wine, produces a lot of it. So, but they get all the wine from the other places, which is a huge amount of wine. So I just have to add everything up there, which is 7, 10, 12. It was like 1,500 wine. Well, it's all my wine actually, barring Kongsberg wine, so that's 1,300. So I actually need this guy to upgrade himself massively. He's going to Nestedt instead then. 1,300 wine. How long does this journey take you? 5 days. Well, we could assume it takes 2.5 and call that the amount of wine. Let's find those cogs and give you more. Well, we'll round it up to 3, so I need a capacity of 3,000, let's say 4,000 to be safe. And then that should transport all that wine. I mean, the consumption of wine is really low, it's on par with spices, but it's really good for prosperity, so I want that stuff to flow. Takes care of our wine at least. I love that exploding sound. My love, I mean, I can't stand that explosion sound. Kongsberg's still short on wood, but I think everywhere is. As long as we're still producing. Those clay pits need to clay me up more, so goodbye wine production. Hello, yet more clay. Alright. The other problem for Danzig was that those clothes weren't moving. This is about the only place that gives me clothes. It is the only place that gives me clothes, so I need to move that. Is it the only thing here that's not moving? We just fixed the wine, now we need the clothes. Our tailors produce... how many clothes do you get anyway? Clothing only produces 1 bit of clothing. Wow, it's super inefficient. In any case, 110 per day, so I need to actually set up a clothing guy. And it's 5 days, right? So a cog would do this. I can get one of my auto fleets, Warlord Janeway. That means I can ditch one of my Snickers to Snickers, which always feels good. And you're going to be just Janeway now, because you're going to be Danzig to Rostock. Clothes. Oh man, isn't that what I call cloth? Cloth and clothes start off with the same 5 letters, which is not useful for me. But I think that's the only clothes I have. Oh well, it'll do. Danzig to Rostock clothes. Not any of this garbage. Danzig, Rostock. Pick up all the clothes. And then dump all the clothes. Remember, 8% of clothes. 8% of the demand of clothes is all that we fulfill, and it's all we will fulfill. Still, the wildcard Thagnus should go and help out with that. It's a problem that'll solve itself in time, but... Oh, I can grab this stuff as well while I'm at it. There we go. Rip into Rostock pelts, probably because you're short on tools. Yep. Yet another problem that'll solve itself. Minden tools are fine, Erfurt's metal is fine, Berlin's tools... kind of small actually. Why is the Berlin to Rostock tool guy not working? Get to work. I think it's because the metal dried up for a wee bit. Jake put an S at the end for clothes. You know, I want to do it the same across all my things, so... Where's our clothes? Cloth, 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 cloth. Yeah, I don't have a single clothes distribution, but CLO is clothes. CLTH is cloth. Good. Glad we know that. All is well so long as nobody starves. This is excellent. It's kind of soothing by this point as well. Although Rostock now has plague. Metal. Okay, the meat production is falling off fast. I wonder if it's because Oslo is not producing meat. Oh, they're producing meat alright. It's just that you stopped running. Get to work, glorious. How about Stavanger? You do meat as well. And it's flowing, for sure. There again, you make meat. But you're not flowing. In Stockholm, I've been focusing on the wool because I've been essentially ignoring this mead issue. And boy, do you make wool. Okay, is anywhere else backed out the door with goods? Because that's the main indicator of a problem. Minden, but we know that. Berlin. The internal ones I don't care about because they have very few warehouses. Nice! Not many places are failing me on that one. Again to Rostock clothes. Raz wing. What? Okay, for one, you're cloth, not clothes. Two, that means you don't have wool. How are we doing on wool? Buckets of the stuff. Okay. Berlin needs a lot more wool. Which means my supply train that goes to Berlin needs to bring a lot more stuff. Metal and cloth. So I need to find the supply Berlin guy. Supply Berlin. The wall. He's bringing back a lot of stuff, so let me think about the problem that exists here. I think it's that our Berlin administrator... No, he stocks a ton of wool. And yet the Berlin wall guy is coming back with plenty of wool. How is that possible? Okay, you have plenty of wool, that's promising. But metal and wood, I guess I just don't supply you with enough of it. So every 4 days, when you're in Rostock, you grab 300 wool, 300 wood, 300 metal. It's 4 days. In 4 days, they need a lot more metal than that, and a lot more wood than that. The wood guy's alright, because there's a separate guy that sells all the wood that they need, but I'll stop him soon enough. So I need to think 4-day demand for this stuff is a lot higher than that. You need like 1500 metal to cover this and 10-day demand. Yeah, let's get you there. Let's stop this for a moment and sort you out with... Oh, I was hoping there'd be a bit more. Where's my wagon train at? Yes, yes we will. So what did I say? It's something like 1,500 metal and 1,000 wood, but if you include demand, then I'll need quite a bit more than that. And when it comes to wool, they need 2 wool for 2 cloth, and in Berlin we have 100 of them, so that's 200 cloth needed per day, so about 1,000 cloth then. Custom made to order. So are we big enough here? Counting in thousands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 8,000 is actually plenty. Good. Now get to work. Excellent. And that should be Berlin supplied with everything they need. And the Berlin cloth guy can kinda get to work then. Good. Very good. Alright, I can't remember why cloth was such a thing on my mind there. Probably internal cities on my mind for supplying. River cities were also on my mind for supplying. Cologne, for example, I'm only set up to supply to 40,000 population. They're certainly not at that. Okay, good. I finally am backing up with a bit of wood and clay. And I have so many river cogs that I'm going to bring those with me. I also want Wildcard Thagnus to repair up because he's in a bad spot. Currently in Rostock. Let's change that to Neustadt, because this is where our convoys go to die. Huh, that's actually kind of nice. I want to look at that. Oh, they're normally shown on the list here for repairs. Tell me I didn't accidentally upgrade them instead. No, of course not. Huh. Normally it shows repairs on the order list, so I'm wondering why it does not. Maybe it's because I left. Ach well. Hulak, combine you with river cogs, and there we go. We can more than double the amount of river cogs we had available here. And I can grab my wild card. Swear I had a wildcard career guy. Yeah, the Kongsberg. Oh, but he's tiny. I don't even know why we keep you around like that. That's a decent admiral you have there, though. But I still think we should dump you with the careers once they're done repairing. Oh, I have an idea for Thorn, actually. I should grab my wildcard red crane and just tell them, look, when you do this, please include Thorn. They feel a bit left out. And then Thorn would be here. Warsaw Thorn Kaunas? Warsaw Thorn Kaunas? No, it should be Warsaw Kaunas Thorn. Difference of... Wait, actually it's faster to go to Thorn than Kaunas? Well, not gonna deny that. That'll get rid of a bunch of my wood. Fralem saying, last sub for a while since I cancelled Prime for the foreseeable future. Well, it's appreciated. The cancelling of the subbing, well, I'll leave that to your imagination. Thanks for the flotsam. Especially when it includes spices. How in the world does Aehus have spices? Do I still have a spice dispersion?